No Hobby is Safe Anymore by Original Paradigms. Before I even get into this, right? I think my hobby, the Splatoon, is safe. We are safe. Splatoon community, we are safe. The music community, I like to listen to and whatever. Yeah, we're fucked.
It's your boy Redbeard here, you know, the internet's biggest Pokemon scalper. Hey, my Discord group hit me with that notification said Walmart restock. Man, I hit my local stock checkers. We went, man, we cleared them out, baby. Fuck them kids.
The hobbies that we grew up
Bro,
with that were supposed to be accessible and
I hate scalpers. You're so fucking stupid.
fun are all gone. Pokemon cards, video games, sneakers, Legos. These used to be things that you could just do without having to spend thousands of dollars. We used to be able to walk into a store, buy a pack of cards for a few bucks, or grab a game on release day without needing to go into credit card debt. What you see now is grown men in Discord servers coordinating Pokemon card drops to flip profit at a 400% markup. And hobbies are now even being seen as investment vehicles. Every
Oh
community is
my
being
god.
infiltrated.
Look at this, dude. Look at that. That's so fucking stupid, dude.
With
Why?
scalpers, and these corporations have realized that they could charge whatever they want as long as they play into nostalgia. And even kids are being priced out of hobbies that were literally designed for them. Real quick, before we get into it, did you know that a hacker can steal your personal data in under 3 minutes on public Wi-Fi? It's called a man-in-the-middle attack, and it's way more common than people think. A tree and a high ceiling for collecting. Pokemon and sports cards have proved this for decades. You didn't need to be rich to participate, you just had to enjoy the game. But all of that is completely dead now. Pokemon cards are the perfect example of how accessibility dies. Booster
Mm-hmm.
boxes used to run for $100 to $120. Now they're $200 to $300 at retail, assuming you could find them before scalpers cleared the shelves. Elite trainer boxes jump from $40 to $60 to $80, and for most people, the only option is paying markup to some loser on eBay or waiting months for restocks that never come.
Like, oh my. Why bother even like getting into something if you're just looking for it to profit, you know? It made no sense to me unless it's like a talent, like an actual like artistic or physical talent that requires dedication and discipline. That I can understand. You know, the better gear and the better stuff, the better you are. But like in general, bro, if you're scalping Pokemon cards, I hope like God snipes you from like heaven. All right, let me actually, yeah. Ah, it's stupid. I hate it.
But what's really fucked up is all the scalpers who used to resell Pokemon cards are now moving on to One Piece. The game just recently exploded in popularity, and all of the parasitic resellers have saw an opportunity to make more money. These cards that should be widely available are selling for 5x or 10x retail price. People who actually want to play the game can't build decks anymore because every box gets bought out within minutes of being released. And now we're even seeing physical fights and violence at Target
Yeah.
stores over One Piece cards. Recently, a fight broke out at a Target in Hollywood, Florida over these cards. A vendor apparently blocked the front entrance over 5 EX boxes, went to the back, and they never hit the floor. And in the midst of the chaos, someone shoved someone
Damn.
else over the last One Piece tin that was $14. A whole fight broke out in the store, and someone got arrested for assault over a tin of trading cards. With how bad this problem is getting, I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets fucking shot. This is where we're
Yeah.
at now. The hobby has devolved so far that getting murdered over cardboard is a realistic possibility that people are actually discussing. One Piece cards are now experiencing what Pokemon went through, just on a shorter timeline. And the community isn't even getting a chance to form before it's being corrupted. Almost every hobby has been through this at some point if they have a limited product, including sneaker culture. Collaborations that should have been widely available sold out in seconds from bots, and even if you manage to get through checkout, you're competing with people running multiple accounts, automated scripts, or early access through industry connections and
Dude, my friend had like an early connection, and sometimes like some of these drops, when we were like kind of in the sneaker culture. We're not now, not as much as we probably were back then, but like, bro, the fucking you go on Nike.com on the waiting list, bro. You're not getting in that. There's 0% chance you're getting into the line at all. It was so bad. Like he knew it. Everybody knew it. You're not gonna get your shit. Everybody's botting it. I'm like, what's the point? You know, it sucked.
backdooring. regular people don't stand a chance. The people who genuinely want to engage with the hobby get priced out completely, and now we're even seeing people go into 5-figure debt over Pokemon cards while their families are falling apart. This is turning into a straight up addiction that is causing real life consequences. Video games have also had similar problems. They have a $70 base price or $80 for a Nintendo.
Look at, oh my, $70 for a base price is criminal. Unfortunately, I buy into that, you know? I'm a Switch guy, but Jesus, man.
Exclusives, and that is before factoring in DLC, season passes, or
Yeah.
microtransactions. The Nintendo Switch 2 costs $450 just for the console, and if you want an extra set of Joy-Cons, they're $90 and they're not even drift-proof. That means a full setup with games and online subscription costs more than $600. This is no longer accessible for anybody. When hobbies become expensive, they become exclusive, and when they're exclusive, they stop being for communities and become status symbols and luxury items instead. And the people who are actually being priced out are kids, families, or anyone on a budget. This is the exact demographic these hobbies were designed for. Pokemon marketed itself for children's entertainment for 30 years, but now their products are priced almost exclusively for adults with high disposable income. The fact that Pokemon continues to call itself a children's franchise while also pricing out kids is hypocritical as hell.
I remember I used to get Ninjago pieces and they were like $25. Now you could probably get them for like 45, really, realistically. I don't understand it. It sucks because I want to give my brother some Legos because I grew up on Legos, but like they're so outpriced just for like a smaller set. I'm like, bro, why bother? I just got the Duplo and walk out, man. Like, it's not worth it. It sucks, man.
All know that it's targeted at millennials and older Gen Z.
Exactly.
With these prices, kids can't even get their foot in the door to start enjoying the hobby for themselves. Parents now have to stand at Target staring at empty shelves where Pokemon and One Piece cards should be, trying to explain to their confused kids why they can't buy a single pack. Online communities are filled with requests for help finding reasonably priced products because
like, look at that, bro. What the fuck? How? And why? How is this allowed? And why? Of course it's fucking Sam's Club, bro. Like what? Low? Well, I go to Sam's Club, but like I don't do this, bro. That's so bad.
everything in budget has been sold out. Corporations know this, and they realize that selling one $650 Lego set to an adult collector will generate better profit margins and more money than selling 10 $65 sets to kids and families. And now people are accumulating debt in the thousands just for trading cards. There's so many stories of people hitting 10,000, 20,000, or even 50,000.
The absurdity of this is funny, but it's sad and disappointing. Like, what? How? Why? In what world do you think $26,000 in Pokemon debt is at all viable? How? Legitimately, I don't know.
$1,000 trying to flip cards or complete their
Dude, she's about to. She's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I have the exact same reaction, man. It's insane.
collection. And now even influencers and content creators are using Pokemon cards to build an audience even when they have no connection to the community. TikTok and Instagram have turned hobbies into content pipelines where follower count matters more than actual enjoyment. You see it everywhere online. People filming themselves opening card packs, building Lego sets, unboxing sneakers. Actually enjoying the hobby now is secondary to generating engagement that can be later converted into revenue. And OnlyFans models have figured this out faster than anyone else. They started taking over nerd hobbies online specifically to exploit the demographic. Opening Pokemon packs
I did not know that. That's a good coin though. I never knew that.
on camera and revealing outfits, streaming themselves playing video games, cosplaying as anime characters from popular series. The hobby is now bait to fuel viewers towards their subscription services. This strategy works because these hobbies attract a specific audience. They're not fans and they don't care about the cards or the games. The hobby is being served purely as a promotional funnel for completely unrelated adult content. And this content is massive on TikTok. They're
Like, okay, I understand that point. There's a line though where like they were nerds and then they got into OF, but then the other part, but then the vice versa of that is like, okay, it makes a bit more sense, you know, like why? Because nerds are jerk offs, bro. They fucking brother. They're known to be sweaty and fall down some other bullshit. So then it's an easy demographic to kind of tap into for stuff like this. But like, there's people out. I don't know, man. I should shut up.
Using children's toys to market adult content to an audience that includes actual children alongside the adult simps who think that these models genuinely share their interests. Social media platforms continue to push content like this because it means more revenue for everyone involved. The OF girls get subscribers, the platforms get ad revenue and user attention, and the hobby itself just becomes content. And kids watching this content get exposed to it, normalizes it, and starts thinking hobbies exist primarily for content creation rather than personal enjoyment and fun. But a lot of regular content creators also do the same thing. They don't actually care about the hobbies that they're pushing. They care about views, subscribers, and sponsorship deals. Even book collectors filming book haul videos where they
Dude, these book collectors are so fucking annoying. I get it. It's like fun. You want a color code. Holy shit, dude. Some variety. Do something else, man. You know, it's like it's so ugh. And I don't help with this at all. I stream and do all this other stuff, right? But like I know I want to promote the community as well because it's been a hobby of mine for years. And I've only been streaming it for like the past year and a half at most, you know? 6 months at least, you know? So it's not having Splatoon as a hobby of mine, and streaming it as another, it's just a layer of it. I don't really think I'm not even monetizing it at all because I'm not at that level yet. Either or, it's like I'm part of the problem, but as not as much as you'd assume, or not as much as like I'm legitimately taking your money. You know, I'm not. At least I don't think. Hopefully, I'm not.
show off dozens of books that they'll never read, sneaker collectors doing unboxing videos for shoes that they'll never wear, and LEGO enthusiasts who are building sets purely for time-lapse content. This created entire subcultures of people who have hobbies but don't engage with them beyond content creation. They buy the supplies, set up the shot, film the
Oh
content.
my god, my sister fell into this stuff where there's like these markers and all that. I'm like, girl, don't buy into consumerism. That's my thing. Chat, YouTube, everybody, don't buy into consumerism. Y'all got this, okay? Be as cheap as you need to be. Don't go for the oh hoo hoo 320 alcohol markers, bro. Put it down.
Than abandon the activity. The hobby is performative and now becomes purely for aesthetic reasons. Hobbies used to be private pursuits done for your own personal satisfaction. But to me, now it seems like they're more like public performances to make money on the internet. And because so much money is involved in these industries, people have started turning hobbies into investment vehicles. Pokemon cards are now being seen
Yeah.
as asset portfolios
Like, look at
that
this.
never
It's
open.
so
LEGO
dumb.
sets are stayed
So
sealed to
dumb.
resell in the future.
Oh my
and
god.
sneakers are never being worn. They just sit in
Yeah.
someone's climate-controlled storage room or basement waiting for the prices to increase.
Oh.
This mindset completely destroys what hobbies are supposed to provide. Cards never get played with or in the hands of
Oh
actual
my
kids.
god, look at
Sets
that.
are never built,
Look at that.
and
Oh my
shoes never touch
god.
the pavement. These products exist solely as speculative
Oh
investments
my
waiting for the
my
right moment to
god.
liquidate and sell. And actual hobbyists suffer the most from this.
Like one of the people I do see and they're really good at it is Scott the Woz, right? Like that Scott the Woz is really good at like managing his hobby pretty well and making content out of it. He plays all these games off stream, off YouTube, you know, off like in the internet. He just plays the games and he does it almost every day probably. And it's one thing I want to do. I have 2DS, 3DS games in my drawer right now and I want to play them. I don't have a lot of time for to play them, but like I play them regardless. I played like a couple of them, finished a couple of them. It's really fun. And I wish they weren't as fucking expensive as they were back then because there's like $50 for games on Amazon. I'm like, bro, I really want to keep playing on my 3DS, but like it's impossible.
Talking about the kids who wanted to open packs and see what's inside, the adults wanting to build sets on their weekends off, and sneaker enthusiasts who wanted to wear their purchase, not just keep it in a shoebox. Entire collections now exist in permanently sealed states. Thousands of dollars are invested in unopened Pokemon boxes stacked in storage units. Owners are tracking market prices of
Look, oh my dude, look at why do this? it sucks.
obsessively monitoring auction results, calculating their returns. But if you ask them if they even like Pokemon, they'll probably just shrug. And when these markets inevitably crash, people will realize that they were just a dumbass who spent thousands of dollars on cardboard and plastic. In my opinion, all of these investors are just as bad as scalpers. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, except one person holds on to them for a long period of time while the other person just flips them right when they get them. And just like every other speculative hobby, whenever the crash eventually does happen, it will be well deserved, and I don't think anyone will be mad at it. But when it comes to hobbies,
Please,
millennials
brother, when the crash happens, I'm getting one of every box for $10. $10, my mind. And then I'm opening on stream, and then I'm making every scalper angry because I'm supposed to rate it. I'm supposed to get it checked. I'm supposed to get it, quality controlled. I don't give a fuck. I'm opening that shit right now, right here. Fuck you.
are the biggest
Especially Miskiff. I never liked how he did this shit.
consumers
And Logan Paul, the fucking LARPer himself.
of nostalgia products, and corporations know exactly how to exploit it. The fact is, most millennials are just desperate to feel something good again. They remember when Pokemon was just a game, or when Legos were just toys that they built, and the hobbies were simple and accessible. For them, those memories represent a time before they had all of these problems in their life, and now corporations have realized that they can make the most amount of money from this group. Disney
Jesus.
releases premium collectibles targeting millennial nostalgia for 90s animated films. Nintendo's producing limited edition consoles in colors and styles.
Okay, This one was pretty cool when it first. It was like $300 when it came out. How? Dude, gross. Why?
From their childhood, and Pokemon is now releasing their anniversary products that are deliberately designed to trigger the memories of being an 8-year-old and feeling like anything's possible. And now they're justifying their purchases with investment potential or limited edition value, which is just pure cope. What it is seeking emotional comfort through overconsumption while convincing themselves that there's a rational justification. The reason why so many millennials fall for this is because they're the generation that grew up with those franchises, watched them evolve, develop those emotional connections.
If you're actually building them, they look really cool. But if you have an abundance of them, or if you have, like, I understand if you have the money to, the time, and the effort to build stuff like this is really impressive. But over time, it builds up, and it becomes so, like, it becomes tied to your identity, and it kind of gets annoying. It's slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope, especially if you're an adult,
But now they
like
can't
a 30-plus-year-old adult.
afford a house and carry on debt, and so it feels like they're locked out of the traditional markers of adult success. And so the result is these small luxury purchases become a coping mechanism for larger failures that they couldn't control. It's like when buying a house becomes impossible, those $200 Pokemon cards seem reasonable by comparison. What's really happening is participating in the trend, feeling a part of something, and experiencing that brief dopamine hit of acquiring the thing that everyone wants. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, all these companies that are just nostalgic baiting are doing so because they know it works. They profit from this cycle while millennials just sink deeper into debt buying these temporary emotional
Oh my god.
band-aids. Hobbies are so cooked that now everything has to be based around profit. And the worst of the worst are the resellers who have destroyed way more than just trading cards.
Exactly, bro. I hate resellers. Nostalgia baiting is so effective. My family gets into it. My friends get into it. I get into it sometimes, Like when I see remake of a game I used to like a lot back then, I'm like, oh my god. Okay. Self report here. When Mario Galaxy came out for Switch, I wanted to buy it instantly. I'm like, no, they're gonna do something here. They released it with Galaxy 2. A little bit more extra though. I'm not buying it. Nope. And I continue to tell myself to not to buy it. I'm glad I didn't because I really shouldn't be wasting my money on a Galaxy remake when I have the regular Galaxy at home. Like, why would I even do that? Why would I do that? Financially for me, it made no sense, but for other people, it probably did because it's Galaxy.
Same pathetic model has infected every hobby with collectible elements or limited availability. Sneakers, concert tickets, gaming consoles, computer components, anything with demand and a low supply have become targets for mass purchasing and scarcity.
What
And
the
honestly,
fuck, dude?
concert tickets might be one of the most predatory markets of all. Ticketmaster and StubHub have created an entire ecosystem where scalpers use bots to buy tickets instantly when sales open and then resell them at a massive market while regular fans who are just trying to see their favorite artist get fucked. The tickets sell out and they are immediately available at 5, 10, or even 20 times the face value on the secondary market. The whole industry operates on legal scalping where the primary sellers and the secondary markets both profit while the actual fans get screwed. The worst part about ticket scalping is now corporations are actually enabling it. Ticketmaster owns StubHub. This means that they profit from both the initial sale and the resale market. They have zero incentive to stop bots or prevent scalping because they make money at every stage.
That's what I hate about my sisters were going to the concert for the Rodrigo. They up that shit high as fuck. They made me pay they couldn't pay the ticket for some reason. I had to pay out of my own pocket for them to go. $400 for really high tickets. And when they went on resale, it was 1,000. I'm like, what the fuck? Are we dead ass here? I almost went broke because of this bullshit, man. Why? It's fucking. I hate tickets. I hate Ticketmaster, but they won't do it because Ticketmaster has like an almost like a monopoly on this shit. It's so stupid. I hate it.
And dynamic pricing systems have let them participate directly in
Look at
price gouging.
$17,000 for a front row seat, dude. Holy shit! You get like a $30 ticket to go watch Nirvana back then, but no, you get $17,000 to watch Mid Swift, bro.
On demand. And what used to be illegal scalping is now the standard in business practice. And we saw the same thing with gaming consoles a few years ago. The PS5 releases were a complete disaster. Sony deliberately limited their supply and scalpers were able to buy every unit instantly, where regular and casual gamers couldn't purchase these consoles at retail for over a year. Scalpers sold PS5s for $800, $1,000, $1,500 to these desperate buyers, while millions who actually wanted to play the games just for fun got locked out entirely. GPUs and Nvidia chips have also gone through the same cycle. The crypto mining economy created this massive demand.
My
the scalpers
god.
bought everything.
I wish.
Again, and gaming PC enthusiasts couldn't get their graphics card at reasonable prices for years. These cards that had a $500 MSRP sold for $2,000 plus on the secondary market. Magic the Gathering has shown us how scalpers can destroy hobbies with even decades of community. New set releases get bought in bulk by stores and scalpers, which limit availability for people who actually want to build decks. So now the game's secondary market is being dominated with speculation rather than playability for what it's made to be. And also the sneaker resale market has a special mention for this because it operated off of pure
Fuck. This is what I'm saying, dude. Oh my, I'm readjusting myself to fucking these shoes I wanted. Okay, my friends and I were looking for shoes. This is when the North Carolina women's only North Carolina Jordan 1s were coming out. My friends, they're fucking twinks. They could fit in that shit easily. We waited in line online for like an hour. Lunch got around. And this is school. This is like in middle of the week school. Lunch hour cooks around. We go to lunch. We're waiting. Gone. Right there, gone. I'm like, wow. How fucking stupid is this shit? I hate it.
And reselling for over a decade. Resellers literally ran this entire hobby. But now the reselling community has finally collapsed because Nike flooded the market and eliminated that artificial scarcity. And so now a lot of these resellers have pivoted to Pokemon cards, Labubus, or One Piece cards, pretty much whatever the next hype product is, which brings in that same behavior to new communities. No matter what they say on the internet, these people aren't entrepreneurs or business owners. They're pieces of shit who have realized that they can make more money just reselling stuff that already exists.
Basically.
Any sort of value to society. And it sucks because
it sucks, man. I hate it.
Eventually gets
Look at that. Oh my god, dude. Fucking pepper spray them. They're gone. You get your own little Pokemon card now.
They oversaturate with inventory, kill the demand through their excessive pricing. It drives away genuine enthusiasts, and then they just move on to the next target. They leave the communities burnt out with the crashed market while they have zero consequences for all of the damage. But really the root problem is all of the corporations behind these brands. The Pokemon Company, Lego, Nintendo, Ticketmaster, Sony, Nvidia. They have the power to stop scalping literally today. They just choose not to because the artificial scarcity and inflated secondary markets benefit them financially. We're even seeing
like they won't change until there's like an implementation of a policy that prevents this, you know, where the market of a consumer product that is merely entertainment rather than necessity, you know? And you create a market within a market and that market is reselling, and people profit off that reselling, and as a result, you get a lot more bullshit. Hell, you could probably make the argument that the reselling market is making these companies lose money because the inflated prices of the resale market mainly benefits the resellers more in the long run until until the company starts to lose money based upon previous profit margins and relative to them. But like by that point, it's already too late.
In the grocery industry now trying to implement dynamic pricing with facial
Yeah.
recognition and AI surveillance. Recently, Kroger openly admitted that the goal is optimizing profits by charging customers different prices for identical products based on their demographics. It is absolutely insane what these companies can get away with.
One thing, I went to go get a can of tomatoes last year. They were like less than $1. Now they're like what, $1.50. Exactly. Fuck you, HEB. Fuck you, Kroger.
If we let
Maybe not HEB. I think I went to Kroger for that, but so fuck you, Kroger.
these corporations price discriminate on food based on surveillance technology, we've completely given up on any sort of remaining dignity for ourselves as consumers. The reality is, hobbies are being intentionally destroyed with all this predatory pricing. Kids can't afford Pokemon cards, families can't find reasonably priced Legos, gamers have to pay $80 for a broken game, and One Piece fans are getting assaulted at Target over $14 tins. This only gets worse and worse unless people stop buying into all this corporatized bullshit. Everything from childhood is becoming premium products, and things that we used to enjoy will eventually be priced out of reach. Nothing is sacred anymore, so unless people actively refuse, unless they stop rewarding these corporations and scalpers, the pattern won't break. And for me personally, I've noticed that over time of collecting and having all these different hobbies, I've just accumulated so much stuff. I recently just bought a house, and now that I have to move all this stuff back and forth, it just feels so overwhelming. And as time's gone on, I've noticed that the hobbies that I enjoy the most are things that don't cost any money. Hanging out with friends or playing sports. These are
Exactly. It's some cost sports or something. I can go delve into the market of baseball and football equipment, but like that's neither here or there. My hobby of baseball, luckily, isn't priced out because one, I already have my own stuff from like years ago. Two, come on now, I'm the only one in my family who plays baseball for fun. That tells you as much as you need.
things that you can do right now and find genuine enjoyment in without having to spend $1. And I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money, but it's important to at least be aware of all these things going on in the industry right now. But let me know, are there any hobbies of your own that you stopped getting into because everything got so expensive? I don't know. I feel like a lot more people are kind of playing into that minimalism lifestyle where things that they don't use every day or they don't genuinely care about, they're just sort of selling them or getting rid of it. And if you like content like this, feel free to check out some of the other videos on my
I would say one thing I am getting rid of is my music collection. I have a CD player. I'll just sell all my other bullshit. The only thing I will be keeping though is like a couple of CDs here or there and like some vinyls. But other than that, I'm getting rid of it. Other stuff, I'm getting rid of it because honestly, it's a lot of money I wasted on it. But that's neither here or there. All right, that was a good video though. I really liked it a lot. I've watched his videos off stream a couple of times before.